Hey everybody, welcome back to Tales of Arise. I hope everyone's doing well, and wherever you are, I do greatly appreciate you guys tuning in to any of my videos, including this one. I know this series has been quick and long for me, and actually I should have done something before starting this video, and that was to quickly go back to grab some items before I get too far into this area, because I am not sure if I can go back if I don't go further in and I fight something else. I don't think it'll be the end because they did mention 4 spirit vessels, and I doubt that there will be no more after the first we tackled. So I'm assuming there'll be more. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to make sure I go through some places here first and see if I can grab anything before heading out. So I don't know what to do, to be honest. Do I grab what I can now and just suck it up? So like if I grab his... I'm gonna do it. And then I know I don't have enough for the rest, but I'm sorry. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually buy a bunch of items here, and I know exactly what I want, which is the orange gels. I'm gonna grab as many as I can, and that's good there. I'm gonna just sell a bunch of items I don't necessarily use as often. So let's just go quickly here. So we'll just sell this, for example, and this, for example. I know that gave us a little bit more gold, not much, but it's better than nothing. Where's the life bottles? I actually want more life bottles. There we go. I can buy a bunch of these actually. All right, let's see if this does the trick. Really, I don't know. And just like quickly rest here. Let's see what we can grab. Heal after battle PT. Let's go with Inoki, because I'm not sure if we'll be fighting the creature. It might not even be a battle. It might just be a huge long process of...
That's your 12th serving. Damn, that's gotta be a record.
Even seeing it for myself, I can hardly believe it. Where is her body storing it all?
Oh, have you guys already had enough? Did you not like what I fixed?
No, it's just... We're just amazed at how much you can wolf down.
Doesn't it hurt even a little? Aren't you feeling heartburn or something?
Oh, this is nothing. You know what they say, you always have more room for dinner.
I'm pretty sure that's what they say about dessert, actually.
Plus, this is Noki we're talking about. That stuff just sits in your stomach.
I swear I'll never understand you Renans.
Interesting. It actually had to do with the Inoki too. That's the funny part. It wasn't just a random conversation. Okay, so going back to where we need to be. I don't know if I can't fast travel in, or can I? That'd be way too good to be true. Looks like I'm gonna do a little dodging here, weaving in. Hopefully I don't get too much encounters. I should really just, cut to the part where I made it. We'll see how I feel when I play this video. I hope everyone's doing well today. I know for myself, it was a quiet day at the office, but I know I got some work nonetheless. I also was able to play a little bit more of 13 Sentinels, so I'm starting that now, and I must say it's really good. Very slow pace in terms of gameplay. It's more of a narrative than anything. Like, it's more of a sci-fi narrative. I never really got into sci-fi myself, but the fact that is not too bad. Like, it actually keeps you somewhat entertained about what's gonna happen next. And I'm starting to get an idea of what to do in terms of where I have to go first. So we'll see how I continue with the gameplay. I know that I have to somewhat figure out the story plot. It's a game where you have to figure out what the next story is. The next how do I word it? You start the game and you need to figure out uncover certain memories, and as you proceed with the game, those memories will help you advance. I don't know if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. I haven't really played much yet. I have gone through 5 prologues now of characters that you first encounter. When you every time you do one prologue, another one unlocks for a different character, and then you can always refer back to the one that you just did, in the case that if you figure out I don't know, if a memory unlocks somewhere else, you can bring it back to a certain point. It's hard to explain. It's really hard. I wish I could explain it better, but we'll see. And we're here now. I don't know if I'll cut any of that out. We'll see, guys. But hey, we're here. Let's do this. Quick save before we get in, and then let's have fun. Hey. Hopefully it's not, it's not the end. I do not think it's the end. I'll be very shocked. Let's try it out.
Soon, We might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens, I'm determined to save Shionne and Dahna. Nothing I learn can change that.
Oh, sorry. All right, let's go inside. Transfer. Let's see what happens when we go inside. All right, let me see if there's anything around. 'Cause sometimes I miss like a wishing well. I don't know how I missed that wishing well last time.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
I want to look through that room over there. Curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure.
If there's a merchant and whatnot down here, it'd be very interesting. But we'll see what happens when we walk in here.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
All right. Very interesting. Like, I thought we were going to straight to whatever's here, retransfer. I was expecting to like really go into a fight, like a huge boss fight. Turns out we're not at that stage just yet. Let's see what's going on when we get here.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the master cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the sovereign, and Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
So I can totally explore. Oh, there's so many. I'm gonna just pretend there's nothing here. Sounds bad, I know, but unless we get stopped to go back and check it out, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think. I'm kind of going away from my like routes where I just check everything before heading in, but wasn't expecting a lot of narratives there. I thought there'd be more fighting. I thought I was gonna come up here to fight, to be honest. So I do see something here though. A grape gel. I'll gladly take that. I know I can talk, or not talk, I can interact with a couple of things in here, but I did in the previous memory. I'm sure he might cut off something here because this is where he lied. No, maybe nothing happens here. Okay, that's fine. You'll lose some treasure due to your inventory revolver. Are you sure you... Just keep it. I mean, what will I lose though? I can't risk it. What if I lose like something really good? Like, I don't know if it's like the... I saw that it was capped at 15, but so we'll see.
Naori,
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dahna. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Rena never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Alphen. Farewell. His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
Alright, so let's maybe go to the next one, see what happens. A lot has been occurring. I thought I was going to fight something huge around here. Maybe it's going to happen now, but a lot of discussions prior to a fight that will occur, hopefully. And I shouldn't be hopeful for a fight, but I really want one. Here? There gotta be items here, right? There's no other reasons why there's doors of such in both corners. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was an item for a second there. I looked, I'm like, wait, is that an item? Nah. Okay, I knew there had to be an item, thankfully. Can we even grab it though? Yeah, we can. It's heavy treat. So if you have 15 or more, you can't get more of that item. Let's just quickly check our skill panel. Yeah, we have enough to for maybe one huge skill. This is a very high. Let's do that, why not? One for her maybe here. I don't care for mid-range. Sure. Maybe I can get another one here. Wilhelmine, does he have anything good here? Let's go with this. I don't know. A new skill. Extension rod. I know it's not like I'm not really reading much, but just making sure I can use as much as I can of their CP before, sorry, SP before we get into a fight. See what's over here. I think there's one that maybe over here. All right. I'm ready for a huge fight, guys. I don't know about you. I'm ready to take on the world with this for our team right now.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dahna's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen the Sovereign was in a starship bound for Dahna. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just... Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shionne, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shionne.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah! We can protect the world and save Shionne at the same time!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shionne. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shionne. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it. and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Wow, that was a lot to take in. Latest Maiden for Shionne. Yeah, increasing AG, I'll take it too. So dial Arthur, I can't even say that word. It's a sword. And armor. I guess this is what we're wearing right now, aren't we? I'll triple check. Look at that new display, I guess, from the team. Oh yeah, we're all looking different. Well, not different, more like him. He's looking different. He has a better weapon. Armor's better. Her armor's better. Damn. Groups look intense. Alright, there's one more path I should take before we call it a video. This was a long video. I thought I'd be fighting a lot. I was mistaken, guys. I thought I was ready to tackle on a lot of enemies, and I thought there would be a huge boss after defeating, I guess, the first boss, right? But I guess I was mistaken, so now we're gonna be going to, I guess, a new area. Find the Renus Alma. Let's just see what's going on here before I call it a video, because I still have a little more time. And I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen next.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renus Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Alright, go to the depths of the Forbidden Zone. So we definitely will call it a video here, guys. Looks like there's another well here. I'll definitely call it a video, like I said. So I do greatly appreciate you guys taking time to watch my video. This has been a very narrative point of the game, so I don't mind it, but I'll let you guys see what happens next episode. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm really wondering what's going to happen. The Red Woman can't be this close by, but we'll see what happens next, guys. All right, take care and see you in the next one, guys. Bye now.